Hi everybody, Kurt with Electronic Solutions of Harrison. Today I will be demonstrating how to program your AutoFeed Plus controller. This is the one with the black plastic weather pack plug. We're going to plug it into our programmer tester. I'm going to turn it on here. This is going to be simulating that it's on your machine with it running. Included in each one is a step-by-step manual that shows your steps. The calibration, the high, the low, the back, the delay, the type, and the set. The first what I'll go over is what each one of these means. The calibration is the number that comes into the auto feed. So let's say you have a magnetic pickup on a flywheel and you have 159 teeth on the flywheel. Your calibration number would be 159.0. If you were coming off of an alternator and the alternator was, let's say, on a Cummins and it was 15.6 pulses per revolution, you would set that number to 15.6. So that is how many pulses per revolution come off of the sensor type that you're using. The next is the high number, which is where you want your feed wheels to start turning on and feeding forward. The next step is your low, where you want your feed wheels to stop and to reverse at. The next number is your back. That's how much reverse time you want your feed wheels to reverse for. If you don't have reverse on your chipper, then you want that number set to 0. The delay. The delay is a pause. It's a 1/4 millisecond pause between going forward and snapping back into reverse. It eliminates kind of that backlash quick snap effect. You can turn that on or off. It's just a 0 for off or a 1 in the program for on. The type 0 and the type 1, you'll notice there's two numbers. The type 0 is for a dump valve configuration or with reverse. Type 1 is for a forward reverse configuration only. So what that means is normally open outputs, normally closed outputs. That's all that is. That is the most number one problem that everybody calls in. They get in the program, they goof that type setting up. And when you goof that type setting up, you'll know it really quick because your tree chipper feed wheels will work in reverse. At low RPM, the feed wheels would feed forward. At high RPMs, the feed wheels would stop. So all you have to do is change that number from a 0 to a 1 or from a 1 to a 0, retest it, vice versa. Fixes it every time. So let's go through this. Alright, I've turned it on. I'm simulating having the tree chipper running. It's going right now. You don't have to have it throttled up. You can have it idling. So I'm going to push both buttons in, hold them till the screen goes completely blank. Then I'm going to let them up. That cal came up, C-A-L, in 30. Now, if you want to change your number, you can bump it a little at a time and change your number. We're going to use 30 because that's what our tester's set for. And you also have to do it before 7 seconds or your program will revert back and it'll time out on you and it'll go back to the original settings that you had like that, and you have to start all over again. So you must go all the way through the program or it's going to goof you up. So I'm going to hold them in until it goes blank. I'm going to let it up. There's cal, 30. So I've already set my calibration number. Now I'm going to hit them again. My high, 2250. That's where I want the feed wheels to turn on and start feeding forward. You can custom tailor that 10 RPM at a time. Once you get that number set, push both buttons and release it. Low came up, 1850. That's where the feed wheels stop. That's where reverse kicks in. You can change that to whatever number your chipper runs the best at. There's some guidelines in the manual that you can use for basic. You hit the buttons again, the back. How much reverse time? That's 500. That's a half a second. You can tailor that for different delay times that you want, for how much reverse time you want. Hit both buttons again and release it. Delay comes up, D-E-L. There's no delay. So you can change that from a 0 to a 1 1 meaning it's a 1/4 second delay, 0 meaning no delay. Push both buttons again, type comes up, type 0. Your type is the normally open, normally closed. Type 0 is for a dump valve. Then it says set. Set means you've gone all the way through the program and you've stored it to the EEPROM. And I'm going to go through it really quick again so you can see. Holding them in, times out. Cal, bump them again high, bump them again low, bump them again the back, bump them again delay, bump again the type, set. That's how you go through the system. If you want to turn the auto feed off, hold this button in, auto feed off scrolls across. If you want to turn the auto feed on, hold this button in, auto feed on. Now your auto feed's ready.